YouTube, how's it freaking going? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Chris Pacheco. Today's Tuesday, but as I say, today's the Monday of the workout week. So I hope you guys had a blessed weekend. Fuck how you feel on the Mondays. We get done what we need to get done, because sometimes I'll tell you guys right now, I don't feel like doing what I want and need to do. And why I say want is because regardless if I don't want to in the moment, the bigger picture, I do want to do it. So needless to say, it's about pushing past what you guys don't want to do, especially if it's going to benefit you guys. But today is day number, I want to say 13, maybe 11. Today's day number 11. Today is day number 11 of the Impetus strength program, shoulders and abs. So we are going to be going for a PR on the shoulder press. Now I'm a little scared about that because, you know, having a heavy weight over your head is definitely a scary thing. You never know what might happen, but of course you got to have the right safety precautions there, which if you guys haven't seen, I will explain again, is the hammer strength bars. Put those hammer strength bars or whatever bars you guys have to do it safely, okay? And making sure to also use clips, because sometimes when you're doing it, you might start tilting one side. Sorry about that. You might start tilting to one side, which will progress in the weights falling off. And of course, we don't want that to happen. The name of the game is to lift heavy, get stronger, but do it safely, because safety is crucial, especially when you're doing those heavy lifts, making sure you have someone spotting you if you're on the bench and all that sorts of stuff. But all around you do want to have someone around you just to make sure that you are okay. Because sometimes, you know, you lift heavy. I've seen a lot of videos, people lifting super heavy and they pass out afterwards. And, you know, you're going to want to have someone on standby to have the ability to, you know, obviously turn you on your side and stuff like that, just to make sure that you are okay. But I don't want to chit chat for too long, guys. It is a beautiful day because your boy's alive and breathing and he had a beautiful weekend. I hope you guys did as well. Be grateful, be happy, guys, because happiness is a choice, like I always say. And there's a lot of things to be happy for, guys. If you guys got a beautiful phone or camera, or sorry, not camera, but phone, laptop, computer, iPad, whatever you're watching on this, you gotta be happy, because that shit's fucking awesome. Technology is fucking awesome, and so will this workout be. Okay, so we're gonna get into our first movement of the day, which we are gonna be doing a overhead press, military press. It is going to be PR day, so this is our last set of this. So we started off with 5 reps, then we moved into 3 reps, and now we're going to be doing our 1 rep. So obviously first week of the Impetus strength, we did 5 reps, which I did 155. Second week I did 175, and now I'm going to be doing 185. I'm going to see how it is, but don't be afraid to fail, guys. A lot of people are afraid of failure. They try to avoid it as much as they can, but the reality of it is failure is your greatest lesson. You fall down so you can learn to get back up. Right? So never be afraid of failure. And why I'm talking about that specifically with the 1 rep max is I might fail this weight, right? And that might scare me. It might scare me to drop the weight, or it might hurt my ego that I'm incapable of lifting a weight that I mentally think I could. But in reality of it, if I don't fail, then I won't know my limits and I won't know the baseline of what I need to grow upon to get better. So don't be afraid to fail, guys. I mean, failure, like I said, is a lesson as long as you interpret it that way. Don't let failure hold you down. You gotta learn how to get back up. But I'm gonna get this down. This is scary. We were talking with Andre, like the first set that you do, or rather the first rep that you do is always the hardest, because you don't have it where I want it. And where I want it specifically is like just about my chin level. Whereas right now it's at more of my chest level, which is why when I initially get it up, I'm gonna go under it and kind of use my legs as much as I can to get some leg drive up, so I can get it at that leveled position where then I could push it up. Well, let's do this. A little scary to be honest, but we'll get this done. Okay, a little slip there, but yeah, that was tough. I mean, honestly, I feel like I could do more, but it's all about that. Like that first rep exerts so much energy where it actually limits how much I could do. I feel like I could probably actually do that for like 2 at least. But because of that first rep, like I said, having to drive it up and not having it where I want to, this takes out so much energy. But that's the baseline. That's what we want to improve on. We're gonna get this shit done. All right, so now we're gonna move into Andre's least favorite movement, which is obviously a plank. But you know what we guys say, you gotta get the core stronger, especially when you're doing this movement, because it does work your core, especially when you have a stance that's just mid shoulder width apart. If you look at my feet quick, Andre, shoulder width apart rather than the split stance that we've been doing, just because the split stance gives you a bit more leverage, I think, and it gives you a little bit more power than you do with just like that. I don't think you have enough, you don't really get the leg drive you would when you have your kind of more of a split stance, but we're gonna work into this. Like I said, work your core, don't skip core day. But last week, oh, that thing was rolling, scared me. But last week we did planks with the weighted, and I do like using a weighted planks because that way I have more of a baseline of what I want to get better at. It's kind of similar to doing pull-ups with the weighted. That way I can get stronger with the pull-ups with the weighted. That way when I do regular pull-ups, just my body weight, I'll be fucking explosive. And it's similar to this. I should be able to hold it so much longer than I can with just the plate. But last week we did a minute 15. This week we're doing a minute 30 because, you know, progressive overload with a, I gotta get the time right, with the 35 on our back. But let's get this done. Should actually probably set up first. Okay, a minute 30. Your boy's feeling it. I feel like my elbows are a little fucked up. I said it before, but you guys should use a mat when you're doing planks. It isn't optimal to do it on a hard floor. The objective of this exercise is not to get your elbows harder. I feel like turn off the timer. But one thing I do need to say, especially because it kind of helps me get locked in on the planks, is, I mean, the time was there, so I did look at the time. But when you look at the time, don't do that, needless to say. When you look at the time, it makes it feel like the whole thing's going so much longer and it's so much harder to hold because then you know, oh, I have 30 more seconds. And some people, when they see that, they'll be like, oh, I have a third left. I already did 2/3, but I have a third left of what I just did. It's pretty crazy. But if you just lock in, man, just focus and just be like, I am not getting out of this position until that timer goes off. Then you'll get it done. Just go in with that mindset, right? Don't limit yourself, push yourself. Let's get the shit. Stop making freaking excuses, okay? I really need to emphasize that. I heard this pretty interesting analogy for that is excuses are like a butthole. Everyone has one and they all stink. That's the reality of it, man. Any excuse you guys could think of as to why you're not doing something fucking stinks. And it's a coping mechanism. It's a reason why you're not doing something. Why don't you focus on the reasons why you're not doing something and actually do something about it rather than just exerting all your energy on communicating those excuses of yours. Excuses are literally the very thing holding you guys back from attaining what you guys want, right? Because you make all the excuses in the world, but the reality of it is, if you guys are watching this video right now, you have nothing to complain about because there's someone in the world that has it 10 times worse that doesn't even have the ability to go on their phone and watch videos, or in this case, make videos. Even going to the gym is such a thing that you guys should be grateful for, but instead you make all these fucking excuses as to why we're not gonna go to the gym. When people would literally kill to be able to go to the gym and have the choice to go to the gym. So stop making bad fucking choices. Stop listening to those inner excuses of yours and all that shit, man, because excuses, they fucking stink, okay? So don't be a butthole. But we're moving into our next exercise. It is a superset of the lateral raises into the front raises. Going a bit heavier today because it is the 8 rep range. Typically when I'm going for my 1 rep max, the whole workout as whole will be a little heavier and I'll aim for the 8 reps. Then progressing into next week, it'll be more of a controlled manner. What's the word? I'm thinking of it, deload week. So we're gonna deload, really isolate on our form, get the form nice and strong. That way going into the next week, because now we have the baseline, going into next week, we're gonna be able to build upon what we have right now, get better, get stronger, and that's the name of the game with the impetus strength. So let's get this shit done, 8 reps. No rest in between, right to it. Shoo. Three sets. There is 3 of us, so it's gonna be more of a circuit. Non-stop. It's the name of the game when you have a multitude of people. Make sure you guys are throwing in a multitude of supersets. And if you guys all use the same weight, get a multitude of different exercises, because if you guys are all using the same weight, then it's going to be a bit problematic. But let's get this shit done and fuck your excuses. I think I need to show you guys. Motherfuckers, put away your goddamn shit, man. No one wants to touch these sweaty ball sack towels, man. I don't know where that's been. No one knows where this towel's been, man. genuinely could have been used in someone's ass to wipe their ass. No one knows. And they're expecting someone else to clean it up because they're too fucking lazy to put it away. I will die on that hill, man. This is bullshit. Put away your fucking stuff, man. It is, this is us. This is us. We are using that, and that will be put away. If you guys go to this gym, you guys are more than welcome to check that.
Look over there.
There's shit everywhere. It might be in use, man. We're not gonna point out the things that people aren't doing, but this is directly affecting us, and you guys need to learn from this shit. If you guys fucking watch me and you guys take anything from me, put away your goddamn shit, regardless of if you're at the gym or if you're at your toilet. Don't piss on the fucking toilet seat. And not wipe it, bro. Don't do none of that shit, okay? It's such simple things. We're not fucking animals. We're civilized people. Be a civilized person. But time, I'll go on to more of a positive thing. But time is your best friend, or your greatest ally or your greatest enemy, man. It's all about how you utilize your time. So if you utilize your time doing negative shit, you're not utilizing your time right. You're gonna be, it's your enemy, right? So you gotta utilize your time right. Everyone has the same 24 hours in a day. So you got to utilize that time to the fullest potential that you can. There's a nice quote. It goes, your 9 to 5 pays the bills, your 6 to 10 creates the empire, right? So what does that mean? That means utilizing your time, doing the things you don't want to do after work. Don't fucking go on and watch a Netflix binge for 5 hours. Sit down, read a book for an hour, watch an hour of Netflix. Moderation is key, right? But you guys got to be putting in that effort to become better, because if you're not becoming better, then that is when time is your greatest enemy. Because reality of it is, guys, we're all gonna fucking die. I'm gonna die, Shahir's gonna die, Andre's gonna die, you're gonna die. And the question is, are you guys gonna live a fulfilled life? And to do so, you need to utilize the time like it is your last day, because today might be your last day. So remember that, guys. I need to say that, but I also need to fucking really hammer in, dude. Put away your goddamn shit, man. Seriously, this is disgusting. This is disgusting, man. Someone genuinely could have wiped their ball sack with that. I wouldn't know. Don't be that guy. But enough said. We're getting into our ab exercise. Give me a superset, bicycle crunches, into the weighted crunches. One of my least favorite bicep ab exercises, superset specific, because it fucking kills me. But that means it's a good one, so I guess I do like it. But enough said, let's do this. 2. Oh, okay, you passed the weight there, sir. Whew. As you guys progress through this set, this fucking exercise is literally death. 3, 4. One more. You guys aren't gonna see that the next set, I'll tell you that.
What's the next day?
They're not gonna see that the next set, because as you progress through that shit gets fucking hard, man, especially with limited rest. So we just finished up with that ab exercise superset. Now we're gonna work into our next one. Now honestly, I was thinking about doing shoulders in between, just kind of let my abs rest a little, but I'm feeling it and I want to keep pushing towards it. I don't want to fucking hear this guy complaining, Andre complaining about his abs anymore, so might as well just get it done. Fuck the excuses, we just get it done. But we're gonna be doing weighted Roman twist into iron butterfly. Again, it's gonna be a superset. Unfortunately, with the iron butterflies, other than getting ankle weights, I'm not really capable of getting that progressive overload in terms of the weight, but I can increase the amount of reps I do, and even also increase the amount of time under tension I have with those particular reps by controlling it, by doing it nice and slowly, really contracting my abs to get the most out of it, which is probably what I'll end up doing today. But last week I did 22.5 for this, for I believe it was 20, so I'm gonna do 25 for about 15-ish, see how we feel after that mark, because we are just doing another ab exercise, so we'll see how the abs feel. But I don't want to talk too much, I want to get this shit done, so let's fucking do this. Get more on here. I did 20 there. I think actually we're just gonna bust out these iron butterflies to be quicker with it, but just do a bit more volume. Last week I did 30, I'm gonna do 30 again, but I'm gonna see how I feel after the 30 mark. Remember guys, don't limit yourself. Limitations, they're never beneficial. You start to limit yourself, you limit your potential, and the only way to truly achieve greatness is to push past your mentally thought up limits and realizing that your body is capable for far much more than what you give it credit for. So we're gonna work into our last superset of the day, which is gonna be a shoulder, or rather a face pull. It does shrugs. Love my shrugs, I love the faces it makes me feel as well. But you guys need to stop fucking giving up on yourselves, okay? There's so many times people like wake up I don't know, they'll put their alarm on snooze, which number one, you shouldn't do. You're starting up your day for failure if you start off the day by not doing what you say you're gonna do, which is waking up at a specific time. But if you snooze your timer and you wake up 5-10 minutes later and you're like, oh, the day's ruined, I'm not gonna go to the gym. That's giving up on yourself, man. Fuck that, man. If you wake up a little later, still go to the gym, still do what you need to do. If you are condensed on time, get a better workout, a quicker workout in, but do not get a workout in, because you guys gotta stop giving up on yourselves. As I just said, you guys are truly limitless. The limitations you put upon yourself are things that you mentally imagine. You don't know your true limits. No one truly does. I think we use like 30% of our brain or something like that. We don't even use the full potential of our brain. And that in itself is pretty fucking inspiring. Because if we're not utilizing the full potential of our brain, we're probably not utilizing the full potential of our body. And you guys really need to push yourself and put yourself in positions to succeed. And by giving up, that doesn't serve anyone justice. You know, like some people start businesses and, you know, they see a bit of hardship and they give up on it. Ask yourself this question. If I didn't give up on that business or that thing that I was going after, where would I be now? Where would that thing be now? Right? And you got to mentally frame it like that, because giving up does not have any positives, guys. Remember that. All negatives when you give up on something. But let's get this shit done. I seen a different way to do it, where I hold it like this. This time I'm gonna hold it kind of more like this from a front grip. I want to give it a try. I see someone do this online. I want to see the type of contraction I feel and how I can control it. So let's do this. Oh yeah, I feel it more actually. Remember, it's just 8. We're gonna go right into shrugs. Last one. Oh. Remember, put away your fucking weights. I'm gonna make sure these go back to where they go in the right spot. I'm not gonna put 80s in the 20 spot. The 80s go back in the 80 spot. 3 sets, last set of the day. Let's fucking do it. We have made it home safely, thankfully. Always a blessing when you get home safely. It's something a lot of people take for granted, but something you really need to look at, because you know, you never know. You might not get home today, and you gotta be grateful for when you do. Now, we did the workout, and of course, it might not have been something that all the boys wanted to do, but we did it regardless. And hopefully you guys do what you guys need to do as well, because of course, you got to get done the gym, because the gym helps mentally, physically, emotionally. And of course, your boy makes content about the gym, so why not get it in? But you guys need to stop playing the victim. And what I mean by that is things don't just happen to you. They happen for you. And it all comes down to your mental framing of interpreting how those things affect you, right? Now, something that I learned from a podcast, because the guy who does the podcast, shout out Rob Dial. If you guys haven't heard the podcast, My Mindset Mentor, give that a listen, guys. Great podcast. But his father passed away when he was young because he was an alcoholic. Now, that happened to him, and his framing could have been, oh, that happened to me. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to be depressed. I'm going to drink as well. I'm going to follow in his footsteps, blah, 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 blah. But the reality of it is it happened for him. And how it happened for him is it motivated him to do better, to become the best version of himself, and to do the things that he wanted to do because his dad didn't have the choice to do so because he passed away at such a young age. And that's the way it goes, guys, is you guys need to really look at the lessons you can learn in things rather than just playing the victim. Because when things happen to you, hardships occur to you, it's always a lesson. It's always an ability to become better, as long as you let it occur. And you guys need to be vigilant about these types of things and really think of it that way. I mean, it's not easy initially, and I've always been a big believer in you can't control your first thought, but you definitely can control your second thought. So focus on what you can control, guys, because you do have control over something. You know, things happen to you, but you have control over how you let them affect you and how you can interpret them happening for you. But enough said. Hope you guys have a blessed day. If you're new, hit that sub button. Your boy is en route to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of April, or rather the beginning of April 1st, 2024. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Smash that like button if you enjoyed the video. Drop a comment down below what you guys are grateful for and what you guys are doing in the new year. I'm very curious. But enough said, guys. Have a blessed day and find your impetus. Goodbye.